Hey everyone, this is Grant
And this is Matt.
with All Around Music. Welcome back, everyone.
Two thumbs way up.
Oh yeah, episode 26.
26.
We got a good episode ahead of us, I think, this week.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about studio work, getting prepared for your band to be in the studio.
Yep.
So be prepared for that.
Studio.
But how was your week?
Long.
Yeah,
It was a long week.
Yeah. Was it yesterday? I was thinking it just took forever.
Yeah, yesterday did. Wednesday, the whole week took forever.
Today wasn't too bad. I didn't really work too hard.
That's true. I only worked 5.5 hours today.
We did one job today, and it took us all day, but it was really easy.
Yeah.
It just took us.
You're like, this is all we got?
Took us all day.
It was just really, it was a tough job.
Yeah. It was one of them Friday jobs that, take all day for some reason.
I remember those.
It was cold out today, though.
Yeah, it was.
It got cold and snowing.
I'd open the dock doors and be like, hurry up, unload your shit. It's cold.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I'm still wearing my coat. I've been wearing it all day.
I'm still wearing my jacket.
We got a beer, and I haven't had this.
Yeah, Voodoo Ranger.
By New Belgium. It's an IPA.
Yeah.
7% alcohol. It's a hoppy, fruity flavor, I guess, is what they describe it as.
Yeah, they
tropical aromas.
They chew up a whole pack of juicy fruit and then
spit it in there.
Yeah.
Nice. Juicy fruit spit.
And it's not bad.
They just drink a Miller Lite. They swish it around in the mouth with the juicy fruit and spit it into the. That's so gross.
Yeah, it's pretty tasty.
Yeah, I like it.
What does it say on the side?
It says it's
bursting with tropical aromas and juicy fruit flavors. See?
Yeah, I like it. It's pretty good. I've never seen it. I'll have to get some sometime.
Bursting.
You said it's a seasonal, so it's like a winter seasonal?
I guess that's what
I would take this as
the chick at the liquor store was saying.
A summer beer.
She's like, everybody's been buying it. Apparently it's really good. She's like, it's a seasonal though.
Remember that chick that told us the beer from the Czech Republic was good?
Yeah, fuck her.
I still hate her.
That was not good beer.
I went there one time and I had that beer.
That was probably like their hams.
Probably. She probably came back from there and told the bar they needed to stock it. And somebody listened to her because she's.
I doubt she's there anymore. She probably got fired for that.
I hope so.
Ugh.
Oh.
I've seen it occasionally in stores, and I'm like, no.
I don't even remember what it was called.
It's only 6-packs, though. Started with like a P.
But if it says Czech Republic, I'm just.
It was a really long ass name too.
I
was like, I remember that. I was like, I'd rather have that beer with the chili in the bottom of it.
I try not to buy beers from cold, dark, oppressive countries.
Yeah, those probably taste pretty harsh.
American. American, drink this.
They're just drinking my piss.
Oh,
they're like, I drank a Miller Lite, pissed it out into this bottle, and then put a label on it and sold it.
Chewed on some yak fat and spit it in there with it. Because they don't chew bubble gum, so they can't,
Right.
They can't put juicy fruit in it. You see how that went full circle?
We're back to where it was. That was amazing. So, speaking of ridiculous things.
Oh, yeah.
Insane Clown Posse plans Juggalo March.
What does that mean?
Well, I didn't read too much into it. I just read like the first 3 lines that it gives you the preview
Who wrote it?
of.
Because I didn't think juggalos were literate. I didn't think that they could read or write.
Me either.
And if you're a Juggalo fan listening, I don't care.
Apparently there's like a get-together Juggalos do every year.
Huh.
And, yeah, this year they're going to do a Juggalo March instead.
The get-together was on a TV show. Was that on Always Sunny?
Was that Always Sunny, or was it? No, it was Workaholics.
Workaholics, where they go to the Juggalo Fest or whatever it was.
I know that was like it was either, I think that was the first season of
Yeah.
Workaholics, but that is by far the best episode of Workaholics ever. Anders gets on stage and starts rapping, and people are like, boo!
God, I hate the Juggalos so much.
If you're a Juggalo and you're listening, good. You're probably not going to listen anymore.
Good. What if that was all of our fans? All of our listeners were Juggalos.
You know, if we lost them all right now, I'd be fine with it.
I'd like them to, if they are all Juggalos, email us at aampodcast@gmail.com.
And tell us why you're a Juggalo.
Why all Juggalos were our fans.
Yeah. They'd shit if they knew about the Juggabago here in town.
Oh, God. The Juggabagos, the eighth wonder of the world.
You know, on the other side, like on the top, it says Masturbate Productions.
Yeah. What a jackass. I'm not looking forward to a Juggalo March.
I don't understand Juggalo. Like, what's the point of painting your face and looking ridiculous and everybody hates you? What's the point
music's
of that?
not good, so...
Yeah, that too.
There's strike 2. Then you like Faygo, that's strike 3.
Yeah. There's so many better things out there to drink, like beer.
I think that's like Faygo's number one thing. They embrace
Do they even
it.
drink alcohol?
I don't know. I'm sure they do.
At this point,
if
it's
you
like
can put Faygo in it.
at this point, if they don't and all they drink is Faygo, that's a cult.
Do you think Faygo like sponsors the Juggalos?
Oh, good question.
Like they're probably their number one customer.
Well, I'm pretty sure they sponsor Insane Clown Posse.
You think so?
No. Even then, we're like, stop drinking our product.
They're gonna start poisoning it.
But sir, if they stop drinking Faygo, then we will go under. Good.
I would if I was Faygo and I was the CEO
I'd
of
just
the
shut the
company,
plant
I would
down.
shut it down.
I'd be like, this is what? I don't.
It'd be
Shut it down.
It'd be in the news and everything. Faygo is closing their doors today.
Then you would see the Juggalo
After
March.
record profits, the CEO said, I give up. Fuck this shit.
Just get it out of here. I'm so sick of Faygo. And I don't even drink the good flavors. I drink the root beer Faygo.
At least get the orange Faygo. It's the only good one.
Right?
Anyways, Alice in Chains is recording a new album, so that's not bad. It's not Juggalos.
They've already recorded one new album once before, and it wasn't good.
Did they?
In my opinion.
I haven't heard it. I just saw that and thought, meh. I'll write it down.
It's worth noting.
I did.
It's noteworthy. See what I did there?
Yeah.
Flipped it around.
No. Since his failed debut new song. Announce. Where did you learn how to write English?
Here in America.
Since his fail.
That's just
Debut
I forgot the
new
S.
song. Announce pre-orders for their acoustic EP. Maybe I just can't read. In your absence, the single is called Jets to Peru.
Yeah, listen
not
to
Purdue.
it. Jets to Purdue. Yeah, don't go here.
Is that the one that I was telling you about a couple weeks ago?
It's all acoustic.
I don't remember. It was terrible though.
Yeah.
Is it the only single that got on there right now? Yeah, I think that's it.
The acoustic. It's all like soft.
I couldn't even.
It's all like soft.
I
poppy.
clicked on it and I just stopped it right away because I couldn't
all like
stand
soft pop.
it. Yeah, I didn't like. It was whiny.
Yeah, it's extremely whiny.
I didn't like it.
And yeah, I don't like it. Sorry.
See, I went.
Sorry, buddy. Don't like it.
I went to the 10-year reunion show and it was awesome.
Yeah, because they played all the awesome stuff.
And then at the end, they did play a couple, like one new song we left.
And here's a new song. All right, time to go.
Well, and he was preaching about self-esteem and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, we're all like 30 here.
Well, he's always had like self-esteem issues, and he's alcoholic and drugs, but I guess he's clean now.
Yeah, he's clean and with Jesus now, I think.
That usually does it.
I don't know what the deal was, but I couldn't stand it. I don't like when I understand.
You were like, if we leave now, we can beat all the traffic.
That's what we did. They were done and we left.
You both turn to each other and say the same thing. Aww.
I don't really care for bands preaching to me on stage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do it on your blog.
Yeah, get a blog
Right.
like everyone else. Be
Do it on
weird.
your vlog. Your video blog.
Yeah, if you want to get extra weird, get a vlog.
And you might just call that a YouTube channel.
They'd be like, what's YouTube? Like, oh my God. You're so far behind.
I'm still on Zanga.
Oh, shit. Well, next stop's MySpace.
Oh, you don't Zanga anymore?
No, I never did.
I don't think I ever had one either. I don't remember.
I remember I got a MySpace, and I was like, what the fuck is
I remember
this?
reading people's Zanga and thinking, what in the hell?
I think I went to the website once, and I was like, I have no idea what any of this is.
I think, is it Zanga like Xanax? Everybody needs a Xanax. That's why they call it Zanga.
Yeah, need Xanax to read these blogs.
It was all emo shit.
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm gonna cut myself with a digital razor blade.
Oh, did you see that Justin Timberlake was nominated for his first Oscar?
Was he?
In the movie, that movie Trolls, the animated movie.
Oh yeah.
There was a song he did for the movie. And
Nice.
It was nominated for an Oscar.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's excited. He was tweeting all about it.
Let's flippin' sweat. I See Stars have announced a headlining nationwide tour.
Nice.
And they will actually be at the Emerson
Oh, yeah?
in Indianapolis.
It's a real shithole.
Yeah,
first
it
time
is.
the first time I ever even went there is to go see Census Fail. I never went back in the day to the Emerson. I wouldn't go to the Emerson. I always heard it was like ghetto.
I've only been to the Emerson twice, and the first show was The Chariot and It Dies Today, and Throwdown.
Yeah.
We left before Throwdown because we didn't want to die.
Plan.
Plus, beat the traffic. And the second time I went and saw Maylene and the Sons of Disaster in Seosin. Stood outside in the cold. It was like 14 degrees. Stood outside in the cold for 2 hours at the door. We were first in line. By the time Seosin played, I was sick. I was like,
that was quick.
I'm up there like dying. I'm like zombied up there.
Yeah, people can't see your face.
No.
He's over here making a face like, yeah, that doesn't do anybody any good but me.
It's like when you listen to a stand-up,
yeah,
an audio stand-up, and you're like, what the fuck's he...
Oh, yeah. When I had the XM thing in my car, I tried that, and it just didn't make any sense.
Yeah, you're like, speaking of stand-up, new Bill Burr stand-up,
Oh, I think you
January
told me
31st
that. Nice.
on Netflix.
Oh.
Anyways, go on.
I was going to say Newfound Glory announced a new album, Make Me Sick. And they announced some tour dates. They'll be in Chicago for 3 days, I think. And
Just couldn't swing down to Indy.
I want to say April. I think they're going to be in Chicago in April, too, when it releases.
Maybe they're doing a release party in April in
Maybe.
Chicago.
I don't remember. I want to say it was maybe it was May. Maybe it was May. They're going to be in Chicago. That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, they're going to be there for a few days.
Mm-hmm. Headliners for the Bunbury Music Festival have been announced.
Oh, yeah?
Muse, Wiz Khalifa, G-Eazy, Bassnectar. Have you ever heard of them? Or is
No.
it Bassnectar?
Bassnectar, probably.
Pretty Lights, The 1975, 30 Seconds to Mars, Death Cab for Cutie, AFI, Flogging Molly, Tech N9ne, and more.
That's a strange matchup. You got
Right?
Muse, Wiz Khalifa.
Dude, I would love to see Muse.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'd like to too, but it's just funny they got
Yeah, it's a weird lineup.
Tech N9ne. I would like to see Tech N9ne, honestly.
They were here in
I
Lafayette.
know, I didn't go. I think it was a weekday.
Yeah.
I think it was a weekday.
I hate it when they play on weekdays, and I'm like, I'm not going to that.
Tech N9ne. He's got some good. He's good.
Is he?
Yeah, I like Tech N9ne. He's got some.
What, you wanted to go hang out with all the Juggalos?
Huh?
Yeah, there was a bunch of Juggalos there.
The Tech N9ne?
Yeah, the
Why?
Lafayette concert. I don't know.
I didn't think Tech N9ne was a Juggalo thing.
The Bunbury Music Festival is June 2nd through the 4th in Cincinnati, Ohio. Tickets are on sale now.
Nice. Seven Dust to play 20th anniversary show in honor of their self-titled album. The show will be March 17th in Atlanta, Georgia at the Masquerade.
Coheed and Cambria announced headlining U.S. tour with The Deer Hunter.
I like the Deer Hunter.
And I'm fucking going.
I like that.
Because they're going to be in Chicago.
Did you ever get... Oh, nice. Did you ever get the Deer Hunter albums where they're...
the color spectrum?
Yeah, that is awesome.
It's expensive, but it's so worth it.
I got it on iTunes, I think, and it wasn't too bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know, maybe I didn't get them all. I think I got them all.
I think the cheapest I've seen it for was like $16.
That's not bad.
Because it's like...
It's like 20 something songs. Yeah. So it's a pretty good
awesome.
deal. My favorite ones are like the black and red, and I think blue. Maybe I think are my three that I like the best on that.
Blue's probably all like chill.
No, it wasn't blue. Well, maybe I don't know. Black and red are my two favorite though. I know on that. It's pretty good.
Black and yellow, black and yellow.
No.
No.
The number 12 looks like you will be playing at the Emerson Theater in Indianapolis. Do not listen to the number 12. Oh my God. I was hoping you were going to put this on here. Last night, my girlfriend saw something, I think, about that or about them and was like, oh, the number 12 looks like you. I liked them back in the day. So started playing their music. Have you ever listened to them?
No.
Most god-awful crap you've ever heard. This is a public service announcement. Do not listen to that music.
Really?
I'm sorry, but I could not stand it.
When we go to break, I'm going to listen to it.
We're going to have to because I try not to shit talk, but that...
Is it that bad?
Oh, my God. It sounded like 5 different people playing 5 different songs.
What?
They didn't have any vocal talent at all. He couldn't scream. He couldn't sing. It was so bad. So bad.
That studio album, I can't imagine what it'd be like live.
I don't know. This was older songs, I think, that she was playing, but still, I don't care. I think, I don't know, they might have been newer songs. I don't know. They were, oh my God, I almost shot myself in the face.
Were you like, do we have to listen to the whole song?
Right? Oh, it was so bad. She thought it was hilarious. Ugh. But they're playing at the Emerson Theater in Indianapolis with King's Gambit.
Yeah, King's Gambit's a local band.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah,
so.
I just could not, Matt. I could not. I just couldn't take it.
So when I listen to it, are you leaving the room?
No, I was hoping. I thought about saying something about them, and then I thought, I wonder if Matt's gonna.
Lo and behold,
yeah, I was like, I bet Matt's gonna have that shit on his list.
There was another thing I saw that last minute. Remember the band Zayo?
Kind of.
They're going to be playing in the Emerson.
Oh yeah.
In April 8th or something like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
What was that one band? Third Eye Blind. Are they doing something soon?
Yeah.
I think we're gonna go to that.
We talked about that last episode.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go to that.
That'd be cool.
It's them and Silver Sun
Pickups.
I think. Yeah, I think we're gonna go to that. And there was another one. Cage the Elephant, I think, is playing.
Are they playing too?
Purdue here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't remember when it was. Of course, because Purdue never fucking says anything.
They're playing at whatever the music hall.
Elliott Hall of Music.
Elliott Hall. I think it's Cage the Elephant. It's either it's Cage the Elephant. I'm pretty sure.
Huh.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Yeah,
I think it's just them. It just says them. I don't know if there's anybody else playing or what, but I want to go to that.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Yeah, and that's here in town.
I gotta tell my brother. He'll be like, "Fuck yeah, let's go."
We all need to go to that. I have to find out when that was.
Yeah.
Remind me on our break, and I'll text her and ask her when it was. I don't think it was very much.
Probably not.
20-something bucks, maybe.
$20.
But yeah, I want to go to that. I saw something that kind of got my blood boiling a little bit.
Oh yeah.
New intelligent turntable allows you to play vinyl from your smartphone.
Wait, what?
So it's this little turntable thing, and it connects to your smartphone and plays the vinyl record through your phone. Bluetooth. It connects to your phone Bluetooth and plays the record through your phone.
That's so stupid.
Yeah. It's the most hipster thing I've seen in a long time.
Oh my god.
So it reads the vinyl with a stylus, connects to Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, and is controlled by your smartphone. It gives you the intimacy of vinyl with modern day convenience. I can't stand it.
There is no convenience to that.
It gives you a record. They give you a 7-inch record base. And they call it Love. It's called Love.
What's the difference between putting the record on an actual record player?
I don't know.
And then still having your phone in your hand.
I guess so. I guess the whole thing is like maybe you can listen to it through your headphones, but like mine, I'm pretty sure my record player has a headphone jack on it.
Yeah, a lot of them do.
Mine's a modern record player. It's got the USB because you can hook it up to your computer. I think it's one of those ones that's supposed to be like you can take it from your vinyl and record it on your computer to have it digitally.
Now, see, that makes more sense.
For like old vinyls, which really none of it really. I guess if
let's play it through the shitty phone speakers.
My thing is, everything that was done on vinyl is now on digital.
Right.
You can get it on iTunes. You can get it on Spotify.
Exactly.
You can get it on fucking YouTube.
It's already there.
So, and if you're too cheap to buy it on digital, you can't tell me you're going to spend the money to buy one of these things or a modern turntable to record it to your computer. Like, I just don't believe it.
Right.
That you love the music so much that you have to record the vinyl to your computer.
Just doesn't make any sense.
No.
It's already in the iTunes library.
Yeah. And you know what? It's probably been remastered, yes. There's pros and cons to that. Some people like the original shitty recordings of some stuff.
Right.
It's got this nostalgia feel to it, but this, I don't know. Just when I saw this thing, it just pissed me off. And it's called Love. It's called Love.
It's called Love?
Love.
No, that's not Love.
I hate it. I don't like it one bit. But yeah, it got me going when I saw it, and I had to tell you about it.
You're probably like, oh my God.
I hate hipsters. I could just see someone going to Starbucks with a satchel full of records and this thing. And playing this, and playing it, and it sitting there spinning on the table with their stupid, gigantic headphones on that
like
are
we're
stupid.
Yeah, but ours serves a purpose. Our headphones.
Yeah. No, I saw a guy the other day.
Are they getting bigger?
We went for a walk downtown last week, and this guy, he looked homeless. And he looked like a homeless dude, but he walked by me and he was wearing these headphones, and they were Audio-Technica headphones, which I don't think are cheap.
No.
And they had fuzzy things, or they like fur on them. They had fur around them. And she goes, that guy was weird. And I go, he was a hipster. Those are like $100 headphones.
Right.
Like, what a douche. But yeah, that thing really got to me.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I know this is off topic, but you're talking about like homeless people or whatever. I went to the liquor store yesterday over here on 4th Street, you know, the real shady one.
Oh, yeah.
Which I didn't want to go to in the first place, but it was like conveniently on the way. And I was like, all right. So I'm pulling in and I see this dude just like standing out in the parking lot, like stumbling, like all zombified stumbling. I was like, God damn it.
Right.
We pull in and here he comes, like walking up to the vehicle, like waiting for me to get out.
Oh, jeez.
And I see he already has a 40 sticking out of his jacket, like still in the bag. I'm like, this motherfucker right here is going to ask me for some goddamn money.
Yeah.
I put my seatbelt back on. I was like, let's go to the other liquor store. I just didn't want to deal with it. You got any money? Nah, man. Well, what are you going in there for? I'm just going in to look around.
I just tell him I don't have cash.
Yeah, that's why I don't carry cash. I don't.
Yeah.
The only time I carry cash is if I absolutely have to.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't go to the bank to get cash. My money's direct deposited, so.
Yeah. Your money has been deposited. God, stop calling me.
So, you had this little thing that was pretty cool. 10 historic venues that any music lover should visit.
Mm-hmm. I'm slacking.
Slacking?
Because I haven't been to any of these.
Oh, yeah, I mean.
I've heard of most of them, and I've always wanted to go, but.
Yeah. So, let's start at number 10.
All right.
Or does that go? Yeah, it's 10. Yeah. I don't know. Does it really matter, I guess, but. 10, Webster Hall in New York, New York.
Number 9, the Tabernacle in Atlanta, Georgia.
Mm-hmm. The Norva in Norfolk, Virginia.
Number 7, Bowery Ballroom, New York, New York.
Mm-hmm. The National in Richmond, Virginia.
Number 5, Electric Factory, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
First Avenue and 7th Street Entry, Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Number 3, Red Rocks Amphitheater, Morrison, Colorado.
930 Club, Washington, D.C.
And number 1, The Troubadour, West Hollywood, California.
Do you think the 930 Club only shows start only at 9:30?
Sure. I'd hope so. 9:30 club. Doors open at 6. What? That doesn't make sense. The name of your business is very confusing. I don't know if you're open or not.
So let's take a quick break for some promos, and we'll be right back.
Promos.
This is Emily Prokop from The Story Behind, a podcast exploring the extraordinary history behind the ordinary. I publish twice a week on Mondays and Thursdays, so that's 2 chances for you to listen. This week's episodes were inspired by my favorite Elton John song, Mona Lisas and Mad Hatters. The episode for Monday, January 23rd, is all about the Mona Lisa and how the painting was relatively ignored until its theft in 1911 brought it to the attention of the world. The episode for Thursday, January 26th, is all about Mad Hatters and how mercury poisoning led to the phrase mad as a hatter, and how Lewis Carroll's famous character might have been based on someone who is neither mad nor a hatter, in fact. Tune in to find out how you can be part of The Story Behind, and find the show on your favorite podcast app or at thestorybehindpodcast.com.
This week on the Epic Film Guys podcast. All the pieces were there. All of the elements were definitely there. But he should also personally apologize to every single person, i.e. me, who sat in the theater and had to suffer through this fucking flapping piece of shit. Investment in characters, Dan. It begins and ends with living and breathing with those characters throughout their life moments up on the screen, not telling the audience about them in passing. Okay? It's utterly lost, and it's a nonsensical heap, and it belongs in a garbage can next to a Walmart bargain bin buried underneath half-filled slushies and a case of expired Greek yogurt.
This week on Now That I'm Older.
There's obviously a spider on me getting ready to bite me. Not on my penis, but like all over my body.
Why'd you gotta bring your penis into this?
Have you ever sat down on a porta potty toilet?
First of all, I would never let my butt cheeks touch that because my butt cheeks are precious. They should be treated as such. You guys remember that show Now That I'm Older where the hose actually attacked the other hose with a hammer during the recording?
So check it out this week at nowthatimolder.com.
Hey everyone, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Yeah. For the second half of the show, we'll be talking about getting your band prepared for the studio. So what we would like to do this week is kind of go over things you should prepare yourself for if you're planning on spending the money on going to a studio.
Yes, you definitely need to prepare.
It's not something you just want to jump into.
Yeah, don't save the money up and then just jump into it, because you're going to need more money if you do that.
Yeah. A lot of bands are strapped for cash.
Mm-hmm.
and it's not something that you want to take lightly. You're paying quite a bit of money to have somebody record your music professionally. So
I agree.
I'm not sure where I want to start on this. I kind of just made a bunch of notes. I didn't really have any specific any specific place I wanted to start. I guess I would say it's on both of our lists. Practice with a click track or metronome.
Yes.
Before you go to the studio, a lot.
Because I made that mistake.
Yeah.
Luckily, I was able to do it like I had been practicing. It was just easy. You
adapted to it.
Yeah, but none of the other guys could.
Yeah, it'll throw people off because now you have a constant time clicking in your head right there on your headphones.
Then the producer was like, "Damn, we should have just recorded all the scratch tracks to you." Because then we could have just done it with a click track, and this would have saved a shit ton of time.
What do you mean? Like they wanted you to record first?
Well, we recorded the drum. Well, we recorded the damn, I'm like stumbling over words. How strong is this beer? The scratch tracks,
right? So
that he could record the drums.
Okay.
So we recorded the damn it,
scratch tracks.
Yes. The shitty tracks.
Okay.
And then he plays that, and then the drummer plays, and then he records the drums.
Right.
And then the guitars go back in and actually record the guitars.
Oh, okay.
But there was no metronome to the scratch tracks.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
Then we had an acoustic song. We did that one first because it was just easy. We did the click track, and I ran through it like almost perfectly the first time with the click track.
Nice.
And he was like, "Damn it, we should have just had you recorded the click track."
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Nice.
But yeah, looking back at it now, I was like, yeah, we should have done the click track. We should have practiced with it.
Would have saved time.
It would have saved a lot of time and a lot of money.
Yeah, and it's something that you're going to need to do. You need to learn how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big deal. So that's probably priority number one.
And there's a lot of free apps out there.
Yeah, there's so many. Most guitar tuning apps have a metronome on them. So, and they're free on your phone.
Yeah.
So,
And if you, I have a guitar app. It's called Guitar Tools.
Yeah.
And it has fucking everything on there. I paid $10 for the app, but it's totally worth it.
Yeah.
Has everything. Every note on the scale, every key, everything.
Right. And it usually plays them for you too, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like you can click it and it'll play the sound. And
yep.
Along with the click track, preparing to go to the studio.
Mm-hmm.
Know everyone's part of the song.
Yeah.
Not just your own. Know the ins and outs of every drum, every time he hits a certain cymbal. You should know when he hits this drum and this cymbal. You should know. Oh, that's this part of the song.
Yep.
Like you should know that song intricately, because what's going to happen is you're going to be in the studio. You're going to be playing your part. They're going to say, let's go back and redo this part somewhere in the middle of the song.
Mm-hmm.
And you probably you might not have the vocals on it yet.
Right.
You might only just be your guitar and the drums.
If you're playing guitar and you follow the vocalist to know where you're at in the song, you got a problem.
Well, but I guess, so you might only have the drums and your first guitar part.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to punch you in the middle of the song, and they want you to pick up exactly where you need to be in that song. You need to know where you're at. Sometimes
that's hard, even knowing where you're at.
They might not tell you where you're at in the song. So you just need to know.
Yeah. I would hope by that time going in the studio, you've played so many shows, you know the songs like the back of your hand.
Yeah.
But if you don't, number one, rehearse.
Right.
You gotta, like you said, you gotta know those songs in and out.
And it even helps if, say you have more than one guitarist, if you know both guitar parts, because maybe something happens in the studio and the other guitar player just isn't having a good day.
Yeah, that happened to me.
You could step in and play the other part.
Yeah, that happened to me. It got towards the end of the day. We've been recording for 9 hours straight.
Mm-hmm.
There was an intricate part. I played it thousands of times. It was a long day and I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So the other guy stepped in and just laid it out.
Yep. It's key.
Yeah.
It's harder with drummers. Not everybody can be a guitarist and a drummer. So that's a little bit harder if
Yeah.
if your drummer just can't get something in that day.
Yeah, that happens too. Sometimes you just have a bad day.
Yeah, and you shouldn't.
If you're having a bad day, just
stop.
Yeah, don't.
Don't keep trying all night. Taking.
Yeah, because
doing take after
most of
take.
the time you're paying $50 an hour.
Yeah, that's money.
So money.
Unless the only way you can do it is that day, and
Yeah.
you can't come back in. Obviously, you gotta try and do it. But
Right.
But
after a few tries, you're not getting it.
take the best take and hope it's good.
Or reschedule for another day.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Or see if you can come back later.
Right.
Be like, hey, sorry, I'm just not on my game today. If you're available later, I can come back later.
Another thing to do before you go in, document your songs to the best of your ability.
Mm-hmm.
You might not know how to write it out in actual music, the notes and everything.
Right. You can tab it out if you know tablature.
You can tab it out. You can do something. They want your type your lyrics up and everything nice and neat. The structure of the song.
Helps the engineer.
Yeah.
Help build the song.
Yeah.
It really does.
I don't know if you necessarily need to write out the actual, I guess, like your guitar tabs and stuff, but
right.
You need to write out the structure of the song. You need to have a plan of what the song, you need to know what the song is all about and be able to put it on paper somehow.
Yeah, that's good advice.
So
that way he knows what he's working with. I mean, he can hear it,
right?
But sometimes you need to see it.
Right. And if you can, before you go, if you have a way, like even just on your phone, make a recording of you guys playing it live. And when you're setting up your meeting, if you have a setup time with the studio, let them listen to it so they know what they're working with.
Yeah,
what kind
we
of
did
band
that.
You are.
We actually went in and did did a full setup and played a song.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they had enough room.
Oh, that's cool.
They were like, yeah.
Yeah.
We were so nervous. I mean, we were like 16, 15, 16 kids in high school going into professional studio. We had no idea what we were doing.
Yeah. You didn't have anybody to tell you what to do.
But by the time you leave that studio, you're going to be a completely different musician.
Yeah. It's a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Bring the best instruments you can possibly bring to the studio.
Mm-hmm.
If you have access, maybe a buddy's got a nicer guitar than you, ask to borrow it.
Right.
If you have the money to rent a nicer instrument, do it. It's worth the money if you want that. If you don't think your guitar is good enough.
Yeah. Most of the time.
Or if you want something better for your recording.
Yeah. Like most of the time you ask a friend, be like, hey man, we're going in the studio and gonna admit my guitar sucks and yours is a lot better.
Can we trade for a week, And you can have mine if you have a show coming up. Yeah. Mine will work fine for live.
Can I use it for the studio? Most of the time we'll be like, oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna be stoked.
They'll tell her that's my guitar on that.
Exactly.
On that track. But yeah, if you got access to, if you don't have the best equipment you think that you want for the studio and you can get access to it, do it.
Yeah, sometimes they'll help provide you with that too.
Yeah, some studios have that stuff. I don't know. They probably make you rent it.
They did that for us on a guitar. He's like, I got a buddy. He's got a stellar guitar.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, okay. We thought he was just talking about a guitar. We come in the next day and we're like, what? It was a double cutaway Gibson.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's sweet. There's studios that'll do that. Some will probably charge you for it. Some won't probably. It just depends on the studio, how big they are, and maybe how into the music they are that you're making.
Oh, man, having flashbacks to that guitar, that thing was so awesome. It sounded so good.
Yeah, I imagine. I think I heard it actually. I mean,
yeah, it sounded so good.
Yeah.
I did use my amp though.
Did you?
Yeah, that little solid state B52.
Yeah.
I still have that thing.
That'll do it. Nice.
I think it works. I haven't used it in so long.
That's about all I think I have for preparing before you go to the studio. Just make sure you know your songs in and out, every bit of them. Get everything documented and ready before you go. Click track, metronome. Do it. Practice with it.
Another thing, find out if there's parts in your song that you're not sure about or they're just kind of iffy.
Mm-hmm.
You need to smooth that out before you go in the studio. Before you go in the studio.
Yep. Don't come in. It's not time to experiment.
Right. Know what you want.
Now, if the producer or engineer suggests maybe something while you're recording. Hey, try this. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, don't tell them to fuck off. Try it.
but don't go in there and say, well, I don't like this part of the song. I think we're going to figure it out while we record it, type of thing. Don't. Or we just wrote this song yesterday and we're...
Yeah, because see, the producer's going to be like, all right, whatever, more money for me, I guess, but less money for you.
It's frustrating for everybody, though.
Yeah, but if it was me, I'd be like, look, how about we just not do that song today? You guys figure it out and we'll do a different one.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, it's more money for them, but usually that's still a waste.
That's more of their time.
You're wasting their time. They could be do something better.
Yeah.
So once you're in the studio and you've done all this stuff, you've tightened everything up, and you've got all the loose ends figured out for your songs, it's time to get in there and record the songs.
Yep.
Always, well, I guess this would have been a prepare thing, but always have new strings on your guitars.
Don't buy just one pack.
Right.
Because you're going to go through more than one pack.
Yeah. Put new strings on before you go into the studio, and bring strings with you to the studio.
Yeah.
And don't bring different kinds of strings.
Nope.
Bring the same
strings.
that you're just...
Oh, I think this song, I'm going to try these elixirs out.
Right.
Next song, I'm going to leave 3 on and take 3 off and put on some fucking Dean Markleys.
Right. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't be a douche.
Always get new, if you can. I guess you got to put this into your budget for the studio. Get new drum heads, new cymbals.
Yep.
Make sure you know how to tune your drum set.
Yeah, I would hope you would know how to tune your drum set.
If you don't know how to tune your drum set, get somebody to do it for you.
Also, it's not hard.
I don't know how to tune a drum set, but...
I'm a guitarist. I know how to tune a drum set.
I don't know how to do it. I can tell you that. I know you got to tighten things on it, but I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, it's tedious, but you got to do it.
I know you like there's the drum key and you tighten. I don't know how to do it, but I've seen it done.
Yeah. There's apps.
Yeah.
Use them.
Everything needs to be fresh.
Yeah.
For the studio. So do that. That's your last prepare. Bring your everything fresh. Bring all of your equipment. Everything that you
Everything
own.
you have. Just bring it.
Put it in your car.
Don't ask. Just bring it.
Just bring it. Bring every cable you own. Bring every guitar that you can get your hands on with you.
Everything.
Bring your amps.
I brought a keyboard and we didn't even use it.
Yeah, but hey, it was there.
Yeah.
Bring it all. Bring the whole damn house.
And people were like, why do I need to bring more than one amp? Well, because the other amp may sound better.
Yeah, it might.
Trust me, the engineer is going to know what sounds better.
You bring whatever. You might have a favorite amp. And you say, oh, I spent more money on this amp. But then you plug in the other one, and the engineer says, this one's the one I want.
Sometimes you'll bring your amp, and they'll be like, no, the head for that half stack sucks. Here's a Mesa head. You're going to love it. I did.
So once you're there...
Yeah, most of the time, if you bring a solid state amp, they're going to be like, no, here's a tube amp.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's what happened to me.
Yeah, tube amps.
I was like, hey, man, I brought it.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's good
just
to
bring it all.
Yeah. And it depends on the studio. The studio you're working with might not provide you with things.
Yeah, I mean, the studio, they were pretty cool. So they worked with us a lot.
And then they might charge you for extra things that you might, Right. They might charge you a rental fee on guitar cables. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see it happening in some places. You know what I mean? $5 an hour to rent a
$5 footlongs, man.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I could see that happening in the studio somewhere.
They got it's collateral. Yeah. Basically.
So bring all of your own and ask them.
Yeah.
What a breakdown of charges, because there might be things they're charging you for.
Yeah, that you don't know. Then you're going to get the bill and be like, what?
Just like your local cable company, they might be charging you for everything.
Yeah, they do.
And that's when you
those hidden fees, man.
You got to make a choice if you want to continue with that studio and just bring your own equipment to cover that, or, shop around.
Yeah, like
if you have that option.
For us, it got so expensive because I had to constantly go back and redo things because members would leave and people wouldn't be happy with the way it was. So we had to constantly go redo it. Well, it got to the point where nobody wanted to help pay.
Right.
And I dropped a lot of money, and I was like, I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Hopefully that never happens to you.
Have the money, have your budget planned out.
Yeah.
Know how much you can spend on the studio. Tell them your budget, and hopefully they'll be able to work with you in keeping it in that budget.
Right.
It might mean that you have to cut some tracks off that album. It might mean that you can't do certain things that you want to do, but keep it in that budget, and then you'll get your product.
Just follow your budget. Also, listen to your bandmates. and listen to the producer.
Yeah, and it all has to do with, I mean, if you want to stay in your budget, you have to bring your A game to this whole thing.
I'd hope if you have a budget, you're gonna rehearse.
Yeah.
With the metronome.
But some people think that, they're good. You're not.
I get it. You get caught up in the moment. You're like, yeah, we're going to the studio. Yeah, get swole.
You think you're the best thing ever until you get into there and you realize they ask you to do something and you can't pull it off.
Yeah, just remember, you suck. Okay? You suck.
Just remember, you suck. Yes, you suck. So, when you're in the studio, we already said it once, but don't try to change your songs while you're recording them. It's not the time to retweak your song. Don't do that. Don't forget to tune some more. Every time you get done playing,
any chance you get, tune.
Yep, get a tune. If you're a guitar player, get a tuner.
And don't tune using harmonics, across the frets.
Right.
Don't do that. 2
strings can be out of tune in harmonic.
Yeah, exactly.
And be in harmonic or whatever the word is.
Yeah.
Harmonicize. What do you say?
You got to strategize and objectify.
And harmonicize.
Barbara.
Every time you're done recording the track.
Oh, shit, it's Cheney.
Get your tuner out and tune.
Yeah.
Everybody. Every single one of you.
Yep.
When you're in the studio, you're not the coolest person they've ever met.
No. You suck, remember.
Don't forget you suck.
Don't forget that. Listen to them.
If this is your first time in a studio, chances are you're not a prodigy.
No. No.
They've heard better.
Those first 2 days, you're going to be nervous as shit.
Yeah. But some people have an ego.
Yeah, they do.
And if they do, they're probably not going to care what we have to say anyways.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, maybe somebody in the band, in your band, has an ego and thinks like they're the world's greatest drummer on earth. And they don't have to do all this stupid shit that you're doing to get ready for the studio. Guess what? They need to do it twice.
Yeah. Because if they're thinking they don't need to do it, they definitely need to do it.
When you're in there, listen to what you're told.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you're paying this person for their service, but to get the best outcome of this service, you need to sit down, shut up, and do what they tell you to do.
Exactly.
You're not the engineer just because you Googled how to record something in GarageBand.
Right.
You're not anything when you're in the studio. You're there to play your music.
Yep.
And do it right. It's not time to horse around while the other guys are playing their parts.
Yeah.
You sit and be quiet. Read a book, play a Game Boy.
Yeah, I wish that's how it went.
Yeah.
With us. I was always the quiet one. Everybody else is like, yeah, let's smoke cigarettes in the studio and get fucking loud.
No.
Yeah, those doors may be thick, but I can still hear you.
That's not, that is exactly what you don't do when you're in the studio.
Yeah, just don't.
Just don't do that. Do not be an asshole. For one, you piss off the engineer and the producer, they're not going to work very hard on your music.
Yeah.
They're going to charge you the same amount of money, but it's not going to come out as nice.
Nope.
They might charge you more for
I could see that.
Being a jackass.
Inconvenience fee.
I mean, they'll just, they might take a little bit longer to mix this track, and they might just do this and that.
But I mean, you got to enjoy it at the same time, but not get all rowdy and,
there's a way to enjoy it and not
the best way to enjoy it, pay attention.
Yeah. You can if you're not having fun making the music itself, then you shouldn't be doing it.
Exactly. If you're miserable in the studio.
Well, if you can't enjoy the process.
Yeah, like I love the process.
If you can't enjoy the process of being in there and doing it, then you shouldn't be in there.
Like after we recorded and they were doing mixing, I would go to the studio and watch them do the mixing.
Right. And that's fine as long as you're.
But I didn't say anything.
Yeah, you just sit and watch.
Yeah.
And be quiet. Don't tell them how to mix it.
Usually no.
What they're going to do is they're going to mix it and they're going to bring it to you. And then, usually they'll ask you what you think. If there's something you have concerns about, then you voice your concerns. But don't tell them how to do
really
their
listen to
job.
it. Don't just listen to it. Be like, yeah, sounds good. Sweet.
Well, hey, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do.
Right, but listen to it.
Yeah. Don't when they're doing something, like when they're recording somebody else's part, don't tell them, "Oh, this needs EQ'd here and here, you know, while they're doing it. While they're mixing it, don't tell them, oh, I can't hear this part or something.
Yeah, I need more bass.
They're not done, for one. Don't ever say you need more bass.
Because you don't.
In
you probably need less.
You're not Nicki Minaj.
Right. But, I mean, while you're recording, though, be vocal about what you want.
Yeah, you should. If you're wanting something special done.
Right.
I don't know. I can't really think of what.
I mean, like if you want it to sound a certain way.
Yeah, if you have something in your head that you're thinking you want to do special to it.
And if they're like, no, that's not gonna work, just trust them.
Yeah. I guess
if there's trust the producer.
Right. If there's something special you're wanting done.
Because this isn't his first time. So.
Most stuff should be done instrumental.
Yeah.
And it depends on the type of music, I guess. We're talking about bands, full like traditional band pieces. If you're wanting to do something electronic into it, obviously you need to
it's going to be a lot different. That. You need to explain that to me because I don't know what you want.
You need to explain that to the producer or the engineer. And
because 9 times out of 10, they're used to recording a full band.
Well, yeah. You're going to need to go to somebody that does that kind of thing.
Right.
But, yeah, definitely make your voice known about what you want out of it. But don't do it after you've done everything. Yeah. When they bring you the final mix and they say, what do you think?
That one part?
I thought there were going to be 27 bass drops in this album.
I thought there was going to be a tabernacle choir behind me on this part. Like, where's it at?
Right. Oh, you didn't auto-tune me. Do not say auto-tune me. Do not say you can fix it.
Yeah, most time if you can't sing, they're gonna tell you can't sing.
Do not say fix it in the post.
Yeah.
Do not put those words in your dictionary.
Because there was one day I was having a rough day, and they were like, "You can't sing today."
Can you fix it in post, bro?
Bruh, like just auto-tune it and fix it in post and then slap it on the sticker, man, and send it out.
You know, I would love to just have them say, yeah, we could do that and charge you like $20,000 to have it fixed.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
You said just fix it.
Yeah. If it's broken, redo it.
Yeah. Bring things to entertain yourself when it's not your turn.
Right. You're going to have a lot of downtime.
If you're just going to be sitting there waiting your turn, yeah, you can learn from the engineer by watching him do his job if that interests you.
Right.
But you can also bring something to do, you know.
You can also bring something to do to where you're not bugging the engineer.
Yeah, bring your computer and
bring a book.
Some Wi-Fi and bring a book and get a Game Boy and masturbate somewhere.
The studio we went to, they actually had like a little lounge area. Mm-hmm. And they had like video games out there. They're like, here, go to town.
Yeah, I mean, do not be an annoying person. Don't criticize your bandmates. Don't say, hey, that was a shitty take. Good job. Just wasted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, if something needs to be done differently, let them know.
Yeah,
but don't be a dick about it.
If you, for some reason, were the only one that heard them miss a note, say, hey, I think you missed this part. And then
they'll go back and listen.
Right. And, oh, yeah, I missed it. They might be bummed out. Like, oh, man, I fucked that up.
I did that a couple times. Like, I just kept missing one note on the end.
But don't be like, don't grab your guitar and go in there and say, I'll just fucking do it.
I'll fucking do it. Kick him in the nuts. And, don't,
I know this all sounds like common sense, but you'd be surprised.
Yeah, like a lot of this stuff we're talking about, I had no idea until I left the studio.
Like you might be listening to this and be like, "Well, I'm not like that," but then think about your bandmates.
Yeah, just really think about it.
Think about some of your bandmates, maybe.
Because I get it. You're gonna get in there. You're gonna be pumped. You're gonna be like, "This is awesome." You're gonna be all excited. You're gonna break something and be like, "Oh shit!"
Don't forget, you're in someone's. Business. Sometimes their home.
Yeah.
I mean. Some studios anymore more and more becoming home studios.
That's the dream.
You're a guest and someone's potentially in their home and their business. I mean, you got to have some respect.
Yeah.
Don't do drugs.
Yeah.
In the studio.
That's not on my list.
It's on my list.
Wow.
Do not think that you can come in there and light up a fucking joint, smoke a bowl.
Yeah,
snort some coke.
You're not Snoop Dogg, man.
You're not paying enough for that.
Right?
For one, It's annoying. It would annoy me if I'm trying to work. I'm at work. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, this person is at work.
Exactly.
And this is what they do every day. These people do this every day. They work in these studios.
Especially if the studio's at your home.
If you're at work and whatever job you do, and a customer comes in, just lights up a fucking doobie and stands there and annoys you, what are you gonna do?
I'm probably gonna yoink it out of his mouth, yoink, and
Tell him to get the
throw
fuck
it away.
out.
Yeah,
you know.
Get the F out.
So no, what I specifically put was you're not Motley Crue, so no Booger Sugar in the studio.
You're not Motley Crue.
Shower. So shower before you go.
Yeah.
No one wants to be the smelly kid in this cramped studio.
Nope.
So
Shower.
I get you're probably gonna get sweaty during the process, but
What, of
before-
showering?
No, when you get there and you're playing and
Why am I sweating while I'm taking a shower?
you gotta go see a doctor and then go to the studio.
Yeah.
And
It's on cold. Why am I sweating? It's probably death right around the corner. That's why you're sweating.
yeah. I think that's most of what I have to say. I mean, respect the studio, respect the producer, engineer, the equipment there. It's not your equipment. A lot of this equipment is expensive. Someone has spent a lot of time and money on building this studio.
Dude, just cables are expensive.
Yeah.
Just think
So,
of the board. Think of how expensive that would be. Yeah.
tens of thousands for the cheapest ones.
Yeah. You see that big ass board and you walk in? Yeah, that's not
Don't
a
touch it.
That's not like $2,000. That's like
It doesn't have a cup holder for a reason. Do not put your drinks on it.
yeah.
Yeah, the equipment, don't forget that equipment is expensive. Don't just go be touching things. Just because they have lights and knobs on them doesn't mean you need to touch
pretty.
them. Yeah, you could really I mean, especially in the middle of something, like if they're using the equipment and then you go over there and like start messing with it, it's going to throw off the whole thing, and now the song's not going to sound right because you went up there and touched something.
Right.
So,
Be efficient with your time in the studio,
yes.
which that falls back to rehearse
Yeah.
with the metronome.
And know what you want from the song.
Yes. The time spent in the studio is also what you make it.
Yes,
So,
definitely. I mean, all these are great points.
and look at the bigger picture of what being in the studio creates and focus on it.
Yeah. I mean, and think about if you're respectful in there, but you have a good time and you make a good album.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have an engineer. Now you have a producer.
Yeah.
You have that. You know, you go to them again.
Yeah. Make it pleasant.
Yeah.
Don't make them want to pull their hair out while you're in there.
They get recognized from the music that they work on.
Yeah.
So they want it to be good too, because you're gonna tell them who recorded your music. And
Oh, yeah.
So if it's shit,
And then they hear it, they'll be like,
people
"Really?"
are gonna blame them when you're like, "Well, it was shit because of this." When
Right.
really, it probably wasn't.
It was shit because of you.
Try to find people that like the type of music that you're doing too.
Mm-hmm.
It might depend on
That
where
helps as well.
Yeah, you try to find. I mean, it might be hard depending on what you do and where you live,
Right.
but try to find somebody that's that at least has or can work on the genre of music you're doing, because that helps a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
because they know what to expect from it and what to get out of it, and they're not going to hate doing it.
Right.
Um,
I just remembered our producer, he was a bass player in a band,
yeah.
and their music was on that This Is My Sweet 16. Their music was on there all the time. That MTV show.
Oh.
Yeah, their music was on there all the time. He was the
Weird.
bass player of that band.
Huh. That's cool.
I completely forgot about that.
That's weird.
Yeah. So he knew what he was doing.
He was on that show.
Yeah.
But that's cool. Yeah. That's always fun when you hear something.
Yeah.
Like, I know that guy.
I know that guy. God, I can't remember the name of that band.
The biggest thing, though, out of all
Waltz
of it.
for Venus. That's what it was.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Waltz for Venus.
Yeah. You've told me about them.
Yeah. Name drop.
The biggest thing ever, though, about all this, have fun.
Yeah.
I mean,
Gotta
yeah,
have fun.
you can't hate it, but you gotta have some respect. So,
If you go in the
and
studio,
bring snacks.
Yeah, definitely bring. You're gonna be there a while. Bring snacks.
That's what I was gonna bring snacks.
Bring snacks for everyone, even the producer.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Grant's like, bring beer.
Gushers are good. Gushers are
Fruit gushers?
Yeah.
Get all jacked up on sugar. Like, yeah, that sounds good. Let's do 48 more takes.
Yeah, bring snacks.
And last but not least, this cannot be said enough. Rehearse.
Yes.
The metronome.
Before you
should be able to play those songs with your eyes closed.
Yes.
Or should I say ears closed?
Eyes. You should be able to. You should hear it.
Okay, yeah. No, man, I just feel it.
I mean, I guess if you can play it without hearing it, even better. I mean,
yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, just prepare. Like Matt, he's not prepared.
It fell over.
Just make sure you know everything. Make sure you know your songs. Make sure you know what you want, what you're doing. It's a big deal. It's a big step in any band.
It is.
To get a professional recording, and you want to get the most out of it.
Yeah.
So, and you know, this was all stuff that we said for if you're going to like a real professional studio, but really, I mean, it
applies everywhere.
It applies if you're recording the music.
Yeah.
For the most part.
You don't want to spend like your weekend off recording one song.
Yeah.
Or half a song.
Right.
Just know what you want and know what you need to do.
Yeah. It's
practice.
Yeah.
It's a metronome.
Get it right, get it tight.
Get it right, get it tight.
Yeah, snacks is a big deal.
Man, we should start bringing snacks for the podcast.
We should bring. Yeah, but then there's eating on the mic.
No, I mean for like during the breaks.
Oh, we got beer.
That's true. That is a snack.
It's a pork chop in every bottle.
Yeah, liquid diet.
When I was interning in the studio, I had to always go get lunch for everybody.
Damn it.
It was such a good thing I had a big car. Lots of cup holders.
Dude,
had
you can never have too many cup holders.
Silver Dragon Impala.
That's why I have stock holders and cup holders.
I always had to go get either Jersey Mike subs or there was a Wendy's nearby. I always have to go get.
Man, I wish we had a Jersey Mike's here.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah.
I did get free lunch out of it, though. They would,
oh, really?
You know, because I was going to get it for everybody, and they'd pay for it.
Nice. Every day. You want lunch? You want lunch? I'll go get it.
that was a cool studio.
Yeah.
I like that place. I wasn't there for very long, but it was a nice place. They had a Neve console. It was nice. Their control room was cool.
I bet.
Because it was like I don't know, the way it was set up.
You said Neve, and I got goosebumps.
They had a cool control room, and they did like church music. It was kind of weird, but it was actually really cool because they brought in full brass sections, and like one day they brought in a harp player.
What?
And they had this guy that was like known for his flute playing in Nashville that came in. All kinds of shit. But yeah, they brought in like all full string sections, like violins and everything else, and
that's awesome.
It was cool. It was actually really cool because of the like just full sets that they'd bring in.
You're like, I don't have to bring in the harp, do I? Just because I'm the intern? God.
I didn't touch the instruments.
Yeah.
They usually brought their own, though.
Yeah, I'm not touching that.
But I did all the mic cabling and stuff like that. And then I just sat there and watched.
You're like, cool.
It was cool.
You're like, little did you know I set up my own mic, bitch.
I was on MySpace, like, I'm in the studio.
I'm in the studio.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's a lot of session musicians that would play on like a lot of the big country tracks. It was the same people. Huh. Because I mean, they just get hired to come in the studio and do that stuff. Like I
wonder if session musicians make good money.
I think they make some good money.
They'd have to.
Yeah. I mean, it probably depends on what they're working on. There's probably different, pays, different budgets, but I mean, they're probably working every day.
Yeah, I would hope.
There's always something.
Especially in Nashville.
Yeah, I mean, there's always something where they need somebody to come in and put in a violin or put in this or that, a piano or whatever.
Guy comes in, all right, I got this. Lays down like a little keyboard.
$75 an hour.
Yeah. Just holding one key.
There's a guy for that.
Probably.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, there's a lot of interesting things going on. A lot of the lot of people that were doing the singing on these things were backup singers for the big country bands and stuff like that. Huh. Like, I can't remember who they were. I mean, they remember when they said at the time, like, oh yeah, they just got done doing so and so's album.
And you're like, what?
I was like, that's cool.
That's cool. I don't listen to country.
I tried to get an internship at the studio that Taylor Swift was going to,
Oh, yeah.
but I didn't get it. Somebody
Didn't
else
get
got it. One of the other kids got it.
Bastards.
And he's like, I saw Taylor Swift today in class. And I was like, you bitch.
I'm like, you saw T-Swizzle?
This was back when, like, this was 2008. So
When
this
she
was
was, like, new.
just starting out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, Taylor Swift? I know who
And
that
she
is.
wrote
And I had
about
to Google her.
her first breakup.
That was when you had to Google Taylor Swift. Because
yeah.
you weren't quite sure who she was.
Now it's like you go to Google it and it's already there.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck?
We saw Alan Jackson walking down the street one day.
What? Alan Jackson?
He was outside.
The Alan Jackson.
Yeah, so we think it was him. We're not for 100% sure, but it looked like him.
Were you like,
We
dude,
were,
Alan Jackson? Alan Jackson.
It would have made sense because the school was right across the street from BMI, the business music royalty place.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big building right next to the school, and they would do big things there, like big events.
Yeah.
But somebody said, I think I just saw Alan Jackson walking out of BMI. And we're all looking out the window like, oh, shit.
I'm like, where is he? Is he wearing the white cowboy hat? Where the fuck is he?
I think that's what it was. He was wearing the cowboy
See?
hat and shit.
And you open up the window, you're like, this is what we used to do in Indiana, and yell something profane at him.
Ching chong, motherfucker.
Grant, you can't say that.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Alan
God.
Jackson.
If you've never driven on a college campus and rolled down your window and yelled obscene things at people, you're not living life to the
Nope.
fullest.
Show me your titties. I missed the one time that worked.
Yeah, the one time we're like, holy shit!
I think I was driving.
We're like 16.
Oh, good times. So you can find us on Twitter
Yes, you can.
at All AM Podcast.
All AM Podcast.
All AM Podcast.
All AM Podcast.
ALLAM Podcast.
Podcast.
I feel like sometimes when I say it, I slur it all together like All AM Podcast.
Podcast.
Podcast me. Find me on podcast.
Find me on podcast.gmail.
No, find us at aampodcast@gmail.com.
I was way off.
You can email me.
Should put that on the side of the briefcase.
I like getting emails.
We gotten any emails lately?
No.
I like the hate emails.
We didn't get any hate
Or the
emails.
hate Twitters.
Hate Twitters are fun.
Yeah. We haven't got any of those in a while.
You can send us some love on iTunes, though.
Yeah, give us a review.
5 stars, 4 stars.
The more reviews we get, the more visible we are to everyone else.
Leave a comment. Hey,
Yeah.
say what you like about the show.
And if we suck, tell us we suck.
Yeah, but still leave like 4 or 5 stars.
Yeah.
Like leave 4 stars.
Leave 4 stars and then say we suck.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's
That's acceptable.
Yeah, that's a good balance.
But
You get your opinion out, but you give us a good review.
yeah.
You suck. 5 stars. Some people may be confused, but they just don't get it.
That's fine. They don't have to get it.
Right. It's all about you.
So thanks for listening this week. Oh, and before I forget,
Yes.
this week is our first episode of All Around Weird.
All around weird.
So this comes out on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put that on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
So look forward to that. We're doing the Real Men in Black,
Yes.
and yours is
The giant ancient tree stumps.
yes. So look forward to that. That's why we're not doing weird stuff on this episode.
Exactly.
So, and we're gonna do that probably bi-weekly,
Yeah.
unless for some reason we have something we can do weekly with it.
We'll just do it at our discretion.
Yeah, I'm gonna try at the very least bi-weekly.
Yeah.
That's
I think
what
that'd be.
like. It's good.
Because sometimes we got to read books.
I've been reading these books. I've got books lined up. Books on books.
Books on books on books.
I got another book lined up for the next.
Damn.
Yeah, they're only 250 pages.
Oh, really?
They're pretty short books, so that's good though. Gives you a good.
That's a long, short story.
Yeah, it gives you a good idea of the topic without taking too long to look into it.
Right.
So, yeah.
Good deal.
So yeah, look forward to that on Wednesdays. Thanks for listening.